Hello, everybody. Welcome to my home. And I have my friend Regina here with me tonight. Hi, Regina.
Hi, Amy.
It's so good to have Regina here with me today for Modern Movement Makers. Some of you may be new to Modern Movement Makers and have been maybe following and hearing some of the information, or have maybe checked out modernmovementmaker.com to see what it's all about. Basically, we're hope dealers. We are people that want to help we want to put movement to mission, and we want to help others shine and share love and compassion and waves of movement and healing and growth in the world around us. That's essentially it. And we're all going to do that so differently. And I'm sorry, I have the wrong little thing there. So I invited my friend Regina on because Regina has shared some really awesome things with me. And I just would really love for you to hear her heart and hear a little bit of her story. I am so honored to know you, Regina, and I've loved getting to know you, and I'm so excited to hear how a little bit of your story and how God is moving in your life.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much. All
Yeah.
right.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, your family, what you do.
My name is Regina, originally from Ghana. I am first of four siblings, all girls from a mother's side. And our mother was, I think, the fourth wife of our father. And so I grew up in Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
I went to college in Ghana and I studied accounting in college before I came here to do a master's degree in social work. And I attended University of Cape Coast, that is in Ghana. And then I also worked with Internal Revenue Service for almost 10 years as a tax auditor. And after that, I got a scholarship through AAUW. And then I came here. It was only 1 year scholarship. And I came here to read, to do my master's degree in social work, majoring in policy planning and administration. Upon graduation, no, so while in college, I took advantage of a program that was offered through the public. I took advantage of another program and then did public administration,
Okay.
a certificate level at, which is a master's level certificate degree in nonprofit leadership. Upon completion, I got a job with Holy Cross Services, where I started off in Clinton, Michigan, working with youth and delinquent youth. And after 2 years, I was moved to foster care, and I've been working in foster care since then.
You are amazing, Regina. Wow. Like you have, I'm so blown away at how you have already been using your talents, your skills, your life for serving others. It's just incredible. And I'm honestly honored because Regina was actually our child's Sunday school teacher for so long, and I'm so honored that he had the opportunity to meet you. I'm so thankful for that.
Thank you.
What purposeful movement have you made, present or past, that you can share with us? So that could be physical movement, that could be, location wise, that could be just how God moves you. What is that? How could you share that?
Also, the physical movement would be leaving my native country of Ghana in West Africa and coming here to the United States. And to be very honest, I never even thought I'll ever come to the United States. And when I even got this scholarship, I wasn't looking to come into the United States to study. I was looking to going to either Australia or Canada or Britain.
Wow.
But unfortunately, what happened was at the time I obtained the scholarship. I mean, no, that was the grant. The schools over there, were not admitting. I had to wait until the next year. That was April to be able to apply.
Mm.
So, but at the time, my sister was here, and then my younger sister and the husband, they were here already because they came here from Belgium because they studied in Belgium. They came down. The husband got a job at Wisconsin, so they came down here. So she told me there are schools here in uh, US. I mean, that have a year-round enrollment system. So I told them I was interested in Michigan because when I was in Cape Coast University, I had a lecturer who was who came down on sabbatical and was from Michigan,
Mm.
and he used to talk about Michigan as if it was the only state here. Yeah, he talked about the Great Lakes. He talks about the auto industry, technology and the schools, and he, so my mind went back and I said, all right, then I think I will want to come to Michigan to study. So
Mm-hmm.
my sister looked into schools here in Michigan and sent me the information, and then I fell in love with Western Michigan University. The reason was that they had smaller class sizes.
Mm-hmm.
And because I was switching over from accounting and then into social work, I needed, I mean, the smaller classes where I'll be very effective and I'll be able to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So I I applied to Western Michigan, in the summer, and then I was accepted. So that's how I came, and I was really very happy with the uh, course I did because it was policy planning administration. I was very happy with the classroom size. They were very small. I mean, so there was at least good lecturer students interaction,
Good.
and I also had my second year I had I was made a graduate assistant at the dean's office for research, so that really opened me up to a lot of things that I didn't know. So in the first place, I sometimes I always want to give glory to God because uh, I mean US was not on my radar to come here and study, but just a thing of luck. I don't know whether it's luck or I don't know.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
how I found myself here. So that was a big move
yeah, that
or
was
the movement in
huge.
my
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. It took a lot of courage to be able to do that. I'm positive.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. So how do you make your voice shine in the world, Regina? How do you find that you do that?
I think it's advocacy, being able to advocate for people and especially the vulnerable and the clients that I work with. Sometimes they tend not to even know about resources in the community. So my being able to help them locate those resources is something I believe helps me to shine. I mean, shine. And also those that are represented in the court system, because some of them who have court hearings and sometimes based on their treatment, if I realize that maybe there is something, a good spark, I always want to dwell on that and I want to advocate for them,
Mhm.
so that if they have to have their children back, yeah, I want to work with them no matter what happens. Sometimes it's not really very easy
Mhm.
because you'll be receiving back the blows left and right, but you have to be able to do your work. And then working with these parents, if you know, if I know that yeah, they are really doing well and they deserve that chance of reuniting with their children, yeah,
Yeah,
I'll advocate for them.
absolutely. You do such important work, Regina, and I'm so thankful that God is using you in the world the way that you are to shine really the voices of others, really, too, right? So
Right.
it's my honor to shine your voice because you are just such an amazing human.
Yeah.
um, so tell me about some fears that, do you have fears that are holding you back? You feel like, how do you deal with fears? How do you overcome them? And you want to share a little bit about that?
Well, generally, failure. If I set upon my mind to do something, sometimes I entertain the fear of failing,
Mm,
and that is a big thing. Even I try to overcome that those challenges with prayers. But sometimes they linger around. But the only thing is that I don't allow them to really take too much, give me too much pressure or anxiety.
yeah,
Yes.
replacing it with true, with what's true of you, right? What's true of you is how we overcome those fears. Is that what you're saying? That you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So, for example, if I'm taking on a project, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then sometimes because I don't know what is beyond the unknown, you know, sometimes create some fear or panic in me
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning because I don't know whether I'll be able to achieve it, whether it is going to be successful or not.
Mm-hmm.
And so but what I try to do is to try to pray about that because an example of even my own personal life was I tried to do stop trading, and I had some little money,
Mm-hmm.
and I went into the trading, and I was, I know, that is also just like a gamble, I mean, because sometimes stocks go up and they come down,
Mm-hmm.
and and I lost a lot of money through that,
Mm.
when the market crashed.
Oh, right.
Yeah, in 2018, and then stocks went down by more than 500, 500%.
Yeah, that can be
I,
frightening.
I lost, yeah. So it was, eh, I mean, I don't know. I really, it was really a big blow to me, and my fear was whether I'll be able to recover,
Mm.
from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
but through prayer and the support of my church group,
that's
yeah,
awesome.
I think, yeah, I've been able to make it, and I'm grateful to God for that, and also some friends, and then um, an
Mm-hmm.
investment consultant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Uh, he was God brought him my way, and then he was able to advise me as to how to go about handling things, and I
right.
didn't allow that to really
Mm.
take hold of me
Right.
so that I could stress out. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. That's good that you're able to overcome that. And, we're going to have new fears all the time, and we have to learn how to um,
Manage. Yeah.
manage, but also learn how to listen to God's voice,
Right.
in the midst of things that might creep up in our lives. And they're very ready to tear us down.
Right.
We
Mhm.
need to, stay in connection with one another and with God to
Mhm.
be able to know that we can overcome, and that He has overcome for us already, right? He's already overcome for us. So,
Right.
yep. Um, what or who inspires you, Regina?
Oh, wow. That's a big one.
Yes.
Ah, uh, right now, my father used to be used to inspire me a lot.
Mm,
But now I would say I will make mention of one of my supervisors,
okay.
and then also my first clinical supervisor.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
You're
Mm.
surrounded with great professional.
Right.
inspiring people. That's amazing.
Mm.
How do you experience support and love as you live out your story in the world?
I have my church group is one,
Mm.
and then I still have a family in Kalamazoo. They are very supportive of me. I'm just like the adopted,
Awesome.
the unofficial adopted daughter from Ghana.
It's good to
They
have
are
those.
very support. They are very supportive of me. I have a college friend, Paul, who is and his wife. They are very supportive of me. And then again, my former supervisor, I mean, even till now, she still calls in to always find out how I'm doing. Occasionally she comes to take me out, and then we go somewhere either to have a coffee or to have a lunch.
That's great.
And I also have a friend, Michelle. We work together, and she is a therapist. She's also very supportive. I mean, I'm able to talk to her.
That's great.
In fact, when Contessa passed, she also played a very important role.
Mhm.
You played a role in my life. You were supportive.
Mm.
And who else? Kelsey and others. So the church,
Yeah.
So I really, as for when it comes to support, I think I really have a very big support.
Mm.
When my sister passed away, yeah, I got a very massive support from the church. I mean, even there were people, it was even difficult. I mean, the emails I was getting, the text messages I was getting,
Yeah.
uh, they were very huge, So,
It's
yeah, so the church family
yeah.
here, and yes,
Isn't
and
it?
also,
Oh,
mhm,
I'm sorry, Regina. I'm so sorry.
okay,
I was going to say, isn't it interesting how sometimes in our darkest times, it's interesting to see who is our support. Um,
right,
and ultimately, I truly believe that God sends people at the right time in the right
mm,
places for
right,
that support. And it's been beautiful to watch. And I'm so thankful that you've had that support.
right. Thank you.
That's awesome. Did you want to add anything to that? I'm sorry. I totally.
Ah, no, I think, well, it's so, I mean, maybe I'll just expand the scope of the support. That's all it would be. But
Okay.
yeah, so
Okay.
when it comes to support and love, I think I have huge here in the church, and then in Kalamazoo, the family there.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Great.
yeah.
So, what's giving you hope in the season? What's given you hope in your life?
The hope in my life is, I think, God has given me hope of longevity.
Mm.
Uh, because if when I look back at the mother's side, our mother's side of the family, um, they never live past 27 or the 30 years,
I remember you telling me that.
right? So, and especially the firstborns. And I am my mother's firstborn of four girls.
Mhm.
So in fact, there was time I didn't know whether I will even live, when I was 27, I didn't know whether I will even live to be 30, because that is in their family. So, but here I am. God has given me that, I mean, that longevity to this now. So he is my hope. That's the hope that, because I still believe in him and then trust him,
Mhm.
I've been able to live longer than my mother, grandmother. That's my maternal side, mother, grandmother, great grandmother. I mean, their side.
Mhm.
So that's my hope in
Yeah.
Christ. My hope in Christ is what has.
Absolutely. Yeah, I remember we went on a walk and you shared that with me, and I was amazed that Yeah, that's
Mm,
an incredible family
yeah.
history there. So, just for the sake of time, how do you think you're making waves of inspired action in the world? When do you feel inspired, and do you take action on that? I guess is the main question.
When do I feel inspired? Wow.
What are you feeling inspired to do in either now
Well,
or you've had dreams to do?
my dreams or what I'm inspired to do is I really want to do more of mission work.
Hmm.
Yes, where I can travel wherever God leads me,
Mhm.
just to go, whether volunteering or just help, help with the spread of the word of God, work among the population. That is really what is in my heart and is so dear to me. You know, I've been praying for it. So when this Brazil opportunity came, I know it was they wanted medical officers, but I told myself that because I'm a social worker, maybe they may need me. Even though when I went, they didn't have that need for me for social work. At least I was able to do some volunteering work, just like helping out in the church and then painting and other things. But I still believe that um, God, God has not yet. God is yet to open that door for me where I can, when I'm able to go outside, I'm able to travel wide. I don't really care, even if it's a war zone. I'm
Mhm.
prepared to because I know He's giving me the skill and the talents to be able to at least say, I have an accounting background and I have a social work background, which I'll be able to help in any way.
Absolutely. Wow. And one thing for modern movement makers, I came upon this verse that has meant a lot to me in this journey that we're all on as modern movement makers in this time right now.
Mm,
So 1 Corinthians 2:9-10 says, "What no eye has seen, what no ear has heard, what no human mind has conceived, the things that God has prepared for those who love him. These are
amen.
the things that he's revealed to us by his spirit. The spirit searches all things, even the deep things of God." So I know, Regina, that you are, you know, we haven't even seen the things that God's going to do yet.
Yeah,
So that gives me hope, and I'm so thankful that we're sharing this time together and talking about how we are inspired to there's mission to go to, but there's also mission right here in our
yeah.
own homes and our own communities. So I appreciate you living out your story. Um, and what does your name mean? I love the meaning of names.
Yeah.
I have mine tattooed on my leg.
Okay.
But what does your name mean?
Regina in Latin means queen.
Cream?
Queen.
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 Queen. Awesome. Awesome.
Yes.
So, and did you know if your mother, did you know this meaning growing up, or did you um, not know it until recently?
No, I knew it when I was baptized. I grew up in the Catholic family.
Ah.
So they used to pick names. My father would pick names with meaning, and then you are told of the meaning even at the age where you can comprehend. So I think even at 5 years, I knew the meaning of my name, and yeah, every one of us because that's what she will tell us the meaning.
Well, that's a pretty strong meaning. Yes, queen.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So if people wanted to get in contact with you and talk to you about anything, their faith or whatnot, is there any information you wanted to share about how people might be able to find you? I don't know if you're on social media or if they want to talk to you, maybe they could reach out to me. I don't know how, whatever you want to share.
Well, right now I'm not an active social media user, but if they need to talk to me, they can reach out to you, and you'll be able to reach me.
Yes, sounds good.
Mm.
Sounds good.
Otherwise, if they need my email address, yeah, I think I can also offer that to them.
Awesome. Because you just never
Mm.
know. Your story, Regina, is amazing. And I'm so honored to know you. And I'm so thankful that we're on, that you've, allowed me some time to hear your story, for others to hear your story, and for us to be able to continue to make ripples and waves of love and compassion in the world. I just appreciate you.
Thank you so very much.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Bye,
Yeah.
guys.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.